Hello folks, welcome to another round of Modern. We have Brady Monroe playing Izzet Prowess versus Will Ozenek on Boros Burn. Both of these decks are very quick, so I imagine none of these games are going to be taken along. We will not be seeing turn 7, I imagine. But Brady will be on the play, leading with a Bloodstained Mire, fetching down to 17. We're going to get a Shockland, and I imagine we're going to play a one-drop creature of some variety. So be a Dragon-Tailed Chandler, Monastery Swiftspear, Soulscar Mage. Now, so Brady's deck does have some interesting new cards in it. And by new cards, I mean there is 3 copies of a brand new card from Streets of New Capenna. And then 2 copies of cards that I don't think are in Prowess traditionally. There's the Dragon-Tailed Chandler coming down. No Mishra's Bauble to follow it. But, okay, Goblin Guy attacking in. Does not reveal a land. Going to go to 15. Yeah, so Ledger Shredder is the new card from Streets of New Capenna. And then Underworld Breach is a 2 of in the Prowess deck right now as like a value engine, but also as like just a way to kill your opponent. I don't remember. So the deck Brady is currently playing is my physical Prowess deck. I'm trying to remember if I've played Breach in there before. I've put Breach in something before, but I think it was just like a Breach combo deck, and I can't remember. I think both players just kept one-landers. Both decks function so well for little lands. Like, Prowess just needs like 2 to really like get going. But you also have like the surveil triggers. So we're gonna attack in, go into 16. I imagine that suspended Riftbolt is gonna come in for one of the Chandlers here.
Yeah, I gotta kill one of these things.
Did Brady draw for his bauble? I don't remember. I'm going to spike Brady. Brady going out 12 life right here. It's nice having Brady's like life pad too. I was like cross-referencing when I was updating the life for the camera. Alright, hits the second land for turn. We see a Lava Dart in his hand, a Lightning Bolt, an Underworld Breach, a Manamorphose, and what looks like a Ledger Shredder. Which, let me tell you, if you haven't played with Ledger Shredder yet, the Bird Lawyer, the Bird Advisor, he who cuts the books, or she who cuts the books. Fantastic card. Does a crap ton of work. I think every game that I have resolved Ledger Shredder in Modern, I have won. When I don't draw it, sometimes you lose. But when I draw it, the bird is the word. And the fact that I said that sentence, I'm going to go cry myself to sleep. So if you don't know what Ledger Shredder says, it has a Connive mechanic on it. It's a 2-mana 1/3 flyer with Connive. Connive says when a player casts their second spell during either turn, you may draw a card, discard a card, and if it is a non-land card, you put a 1/1 counter on the creature with Connive. So, let's say Brady were to pass this turn, and bolt Will twice during Will's own turn, he'll get to trigger Connive. Or vice versa. It's really cool for Legacy when like you have Force of Wills, like all these like free spells going off, then you can just trigger Connive all the time. My friend Christian was playing at our Legacy local we have on Fridays. He was playing a Izzet control-ish deck. I think Izzet Tempo is a control. It wasn't exactly Delver, but I was playing Ledger Shredders and using it to filter into counter spells. Alright, so we had a Manamorphose, then a Swiftspear, Connive trigger, discarding the extra land. I won't commit to being the Bloodstained Mire, but it was an extra land. One of the simplest playlines, but one of the most fun ones is being like, alright, cool, Manamorphose, make red-blue, draw. You have like a Surveil trigger from Darcy or something, and you're like, alright, cool, using the red-blue, I'll cast Expressive Iteration, Surveil, also trigger Connive, just do a bunch of stuff. Alright, so a big attack coming in, Will's going to go to 6. And Brady has Bolt plus Underworld Breach in his hand. So Will is just dead. All he has to do is bolt Will in the end step and then slam the Breach and then bolt him from the yard. Just Underworld Breach gives every card in your deck escape. Or I think the escape cost is it 3 or yeah, it's 3 cards.
Pass.
Could also just like attack in. He does have a 3/3 channeler. So Underworld Breach, Survival triggers, dumps the land. Going to cast Mishra's Bubble here. We're just going to pump the Swift Spear up a lot, getting Survival triggers going. A bubble. Prowess count is currently at 2. 3.
I'm dead, bro. I can't kill monsters with Spear at this point.
And Will is just going to scoop it up. That is going to be game 1, going to Brady Monroe with Izzet Prowess. We will be right back with game 2, folks.
It's not the deck I thought you were on.
Not the deck I own.
You're done.
And we are back with game 2, folks. We got Will on the play. I think we're... Are we mulliganing? Doing a mulligan? Yeah, we are. Boom, bottom decking on Underworld Breach. Does that mean Brady kept the one-lander again? Was going to lead on an Inspiring Vantage into a Monastery Swift Spear, attacking in for 1 damage. Monastery Swift Spear, affectionately referred to as Taylor Swift Spear in the shop, because we like dumb names for our creatures. Alright. Ah, fetching. I was like, what card did we put in the graveyard? We're fetching and we're playing a Roiling Vortex. So we're not exactly sure what Roiling Vortex does. It does a decent bit of things. It makes me do a lot of work in each upkeep. What Vortex does is at the beginning of each player's upkeep, it deals 1 damage to them. And whenever a player casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it, it deals 5 damage to that player. And you can tap a red. Your opponents cannot gain life this turn. It's quite good. It's pretty interesting. My first interaction with it was they had it against the board, or against me on the board, and then they went to cast a second one, and then I had to force of will it, and I took 5 damage. But what this does is if Brady tries to flash back a Lava Dart from the yard, Brady's taking 5 damage for it. But Will also be taking 5 damage for that Rift Bolt he just suspended, so... So, Brady's hand looks to not have any creatures, from what I can tell. It seems he opted for, like, the Delver Mirror strategy of going for and just wanting a hand more of interaction instead of creatures. Because it's typically how you win the Delver Mirror nowadays, at least to my experience. So maybe he's just adopting a similar mindset here, because he does play a lot of Delver. Bloodstained Mire go. If you Pyroblast all their Murktides, can't Murktide you. Alright, so Brady's gonna go to 13. 14. Apparently I got something wrong there. Okay. Will's going to go to 12. 5 damage to 13, then 1 damage to the Vortex in the upkeep. Alright, passes a turn. Brady's going to fetch to 13. It's a tap Steam Vents. Here comes an Expressive Iteration. One of the strongest cards currently in the format. Oh, wait, one of the cards, probably, it might be the strongest standard legal card right now. It's played in 4 different formats. Is it played in Standard? Is it played in every single constructed format? Not the Vintage is real. It's fun, but like, who's got a car in their deck box?
Boros Charm, she's go for you.
Ooh, we got Boros Charm here, going out Soulscar Mage. Or sorry, just dealing 4 to Brady. I don't know what am I talking about? But yeah, it's definitely played in Modern, Pioneer, Legacy, and Vintage. I'm pretty sure it's played in Standard. I'd be very surprised if there's not a good red-blue deck in Standard somehow.
Play a land.
Alright, Will's going to play Sunbaked Canyon for turn.
Searing Blaze targeting you.
Going to Searing Blaze, the Soulscar Mage, and Brady. So what Searing Blaze says is it does 1 damage to target creature and player. But if it has landfall, I don't know if it specifically has landfall, but if you played a land this turn, it does 3 damage instead. Which, really cool card. Very good in Legacy Burn as well.
Just targets you and the creature.
Targets me,
Oh
so if I
boy.
kill this.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Alright.
I can't think of a single other card in Standard that would be stronger than Iteration right now. Maybe Omnath? From a pure power level standpoint, probably Omnath. Versatility-wise, it's probably aggressive. Alright, so Brady's at 5. Brady's dead to any 2 burn spells.
Pay life, skewer the critics targeting you.
There's a Secure the Critic's going to go down to 2.
Pass to you.
Of course, getting to play that for 1 mana because of the Spectacle trigger. Brady's going to go down to 1 here. I imagine we're going to see the end of this game. 10 damage is a lot to do with only 3 mana. He would need, like, play Monastery Swift Spear, Manamorphose, to, and I guess Bolt. Is that enough? 6? Yeah, it is enough. So you need a 4-card combination, which, like, isn't unreasonable. It's not great. Alright, Brady's going to pick it up. We're going to be going to Game 3, folks. And we are in Game 3. Look at that hot cut. Look down for a second. Alright, Soulscar Mage coming out. It is always a good feeling as the Prowess player to have a turn 1 creature. It is always a bad feeling as the Prowess player to have your turn 1 creature bolted. But at least it was Soulscar Mage. Any other creature in the deck, I'm like, damn, I hate losing this thing. Soulscar, it's like, okay. I can live without it. Alright, tapping red mana. Going to play Monastery Swift Spear here. Going to cast a Consider, Surveil Trigger, not Surveil, Jesus. Gonna look at the top card, get a Prowess Trigger attack for 2. Will's gonna go to 17. I think Will kept the 1-lander again.
Yep, pay life, Boulder.
Going to bolt the Swift Spear, going to 16. This is the rough part about, like, the pain lands, because they're great, right? Like, it's really nice having them. But if they are your only mana source, or if you, like, double up on them and that's how you have to cast your spells, it hurts.
Pay life.
Ooh, like that. Like,
Pay life, put a Swift
I'm going to go to 14.
combat.
Attack in for 2, probably? Yep. Well, we see double bolt in Brady's hand. Brady just go bolt.
One of them. Double
Okay, it goes Bolt, Darts, and then Flashback Dart, Sacking Mountain to kill the other one. Untap draw. Cast a Bauble, Bauble Will. Pass turn, draw a Bauble. Let's go. Spirebluff Canal, Dart, Bolt in hand. If Brady could just keep removing whatever Will plays, eventually Will like
Pay 2 life, play Roiling
quote unquote
Vortex.
burn himself out. Alright, so he goes to 12. Brady's gonna go to 15. What do you pick up for turn?
Fire Island, Kraken.
Maybe it was an Islet, not a Spirebluff Canal. Attacks in for 1. Was gonna go to 10. It is always something else to be like, yeah, you know, upkeep, take damage. Upkeep, take damage.
Play Eidolon.
Alright, he's going to play an Eidolon of the Great Rebel. Was an 8 here.
14.
What is Bolt the Rebel? Or the Eidolon? Could also just like attack with the Swift Spear. And then if he blocks the Eidolon, you Bolt Will. I think Eidolon's only a 2-2. I really want to say it's a 2-mana 2-2. But I don't think I've ever cast Eidolon in my life. So I've never attacked with Eidolon either. It's going to Dart Will. Brady's going to pay 5 life for that. But was it 6? Alright, so Brady's at 7. I think they just missed the Lava Dart thing. And Will is going to Will is going to scoop. Brady's going to take it 2-1 with Izzet Prowess over Boros Burn. Thank you for watching, folks. Have a great rest of your day. Hey, rest in peace. Alright, have a great one.